On April 24, 2018, emergency responders rushed to a home in Orlando, Florida. Inside the bathtub, they found 39-year-old Shanti Cooper-Tronnes. Her husband, David Tronnes, claimed he had returned home after walking the dogs and discovered his wife unconscious in the water. At first glance, it looked like a tragic accident. But detectives quickly noticed something wasn't right. Within months, investigators would accuse David of staging the scene after brutally killing his wife. The motive? A crumbling marriage, financial problems, and an obsession with turning their home renovation project into reality TV fame. This is the disturbing case of Shanti Cooper-Tronnes. Shanti Cooper was known as a successful businesswoman. Friends described her as intelligent, hardworking, and devoted to her son from a previous relationship. In 2013, she met David Tronnes online. David appeared charming and financially secure. According to reports, he claimed to have inherited millions of dollars from his family. The relationship moved forward, and eventually David relocated from Minnesota to Orlando to be with Shanti. In 2017, the couple married. From the outside, they appeared happy. But behind closed doors, serious problems were developing. Many of the promises David had made about his wealth appeared questionable. Meanwhile, Shanti found herself carrying much of the financial burden while David became increasingly focused on a massive home renovation project. The couple purchased a large Victorian-style home in Orlando's Delaney Park neighborhood. David became obsessed with renovating it. What began as a remodeling project soon spiraled into a costly and stressful undertaking. Prosecutors later revealed that hundreds of thousands of dollars were spent on renovations. The home became practically unlivable. Walls were removed. Rooms were unfinished. Construction seemed endless. As costs increased, so did the tension in the marriage. According to prosecutors, David believed there was one solution: a reality television show called Zombie House Flipping. The program focused on renovating distressed homes and was filmed in the Orlando area. David reportedly became convinced that appearing on the show would rescue the project and possibly increase the home's value. But Shanti wasn't interested. In fact, investigators later said she had walked out of a meeting with the show's producers only days before her death. To David, that decision may have destroyed the future he had imagined. On the afternoon of April 24th, David called 911. He told dispatchers that he had returned home and discovered his wife in the bathtub. According to his story, Shanti had somehow fallen and drowned while he was away walking the dogs. But investigators immediately noticed troubling details. The injuries on Shanti's body did not match an accidental fall. Medical examiners later determined that she had suffered severe blunt force injuries and had been strangled. Her death was ruled a homicide. Prosecutors would later argue that Shanti had actually been attacked elsewhere in the home. After killing her, David allegedly moved her body to the bathtub in an attempt to make the death look accidental. The scene investigators encountered was not the scene of the murder. It was a carefully staged cover-up. Police spent months building their case. Investigators examined the couple's finances, marriage, and the events leading up to Shanti's death. They uncovered a relationship strained by money, unfinished renovations, growing frustration. Detectives became convinced that David's version of events simply didn't fit the evidence. 4 months after the killing, David Tronnes was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Yet the road to trial would be long. The case faced multiple delays over several years. questions about David's mental competency temporarily postponed proceedings. Eventually, however, the case moved forward toward a jury trial. For Shanti's family, justice had been painfully slow, but it was finally approaching. In October 2023, more than 5 years after Shanti's death, David Cooper-Tronnes finally stood trial. Prosecutors argued that David murdered his wife during an argument fueled by the renovation project and the failed television opportunity. The state presented evidence that Shanti had been beaten and strangled. Guilty. They argued that David then staged the bathtub scene to conceal the crime. After hearing the evidence, jurors deliberated for roughly 5 hours. Their decision was unanimous. David Cooper-Tronnes was convicted of first-degree murder and immediately sentenced to life in prison. For Shanti's family, the verdict finally brought a measure of closure. Shanti Cooper-Tronnes was a mother, a businesswoman, and a woman with plans for the future. Those plans ended inside a house that had become a source of conflict, financial pressure, and obsession. What started as a renovation project ultimately became the centerpiece of a murder case that shocked Florida and captured national attention. More than 5 years later, a jury concluded that the person responsible was the man who claimed to love her. A dream home became a crime scene, and a carefully staged accident became a murder conviction. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on Across the Map as we explore true crime cases from around the world.